Anybody else just escaping from reality and ignoring their problems as long as they can. I dunno bro. This is exactly how I have been feeling, and I was escaping here in Reddit, but now that you mentioned it, I feel very sad thinking back to reality. The current state of the world puts enough pressure on someone to feel many things, including depressed, sad, bored, lonely, etc. If you've been feeling this way for a while and ignoring problems continuously, then the thought of doing something big will naturally feel daunting. As a start, don't go too far outside of your comfort zone, but start doing little tasks and feeling the sense of accomplishment from completing them. You would be surprised how much better you can feel after a quick tidy of your room, for example. Still keep spare time to do things you enjoy, but eventually start taking on larger problems as you get more comfortable. Don't take them head on, however. Make sure you break it down and plan. This itself will also help your feelings towards the problem. Man. WTF. Same. Literally. And I run away. Oh man. Yes. Just watch my favorite TV show or listen to my favorite musicians or read. And literally act like I don't feel like I'm falling apart soon. Yeah. You sound like me. When you're mentally in a bad place, your brain will find every issue, past and present, and magnify it to make things worse and drain you. Things that happened in the past are gone. You can't change it now. If it really bothers you, think of a way to patch your mistakes. These are just examples for every mistake. You can give charity online, even if $1. Or make envelopes with lollipops or something and a nice note. Put your face mask on and put the envelopes in random mailboxes, then do the runners. Lol. A little gutsy and funny, but could work. That way, for each mistake you made, helped make someone else's day better, which in return could make you feel better. Where does the current issue stem from? Is it still happening and will be ongoing, or can you stop, avoid it? If you can't stop or change the situation you're in, find a distraction. Join the gym. Do a daily walk. Start a hobby like painting, drawing. Meet up with friends. Offer to babysit. Cut the lawn, etc. for family and friends. Learn to cook from YouTube clips, etc. I can't think of anything else, but I am sure there's heaps more. What did you like to do when you were younger? Maybe revisit old hobbies. Honestly, I have no clue how to help, but these are what I have come up with. At 44 and after a lifetime of feeling like you do, I've finally settled into an absurdist view of the universe. Reading lots of Doug Adams as a kid probably pushed me in this direction. Not trying to minimize your struggle or suggest you follow my example, but this planet is completely fucking whack shit, and the best I can do is try to laugh about it. I'm right there with you. I'll give you the advice I should follow. Right now. Get up and go for a walk. I don't care if it's snowing. Just do it. Use your adrenaline to get exercise. If you are sleepy, take a nap. Call someone who loves you and tell them your troubles. Get rid of all the guilty pleasures in your kitchen. If you live with someone and they like those foods, at least make it hard for you to access. Maybe put it on their shelf and ask them to make sure you aren't eating it. Eat a healthy meal. Have some caffeine to give you energy. If you can't bring yourself to delete all your social media accounts and time-wasting accounts and subscriptions to cable or streaming services, at least create a separate computer account for work and productivity. Unplug your TV. And again, make it a little harder to procrastinate. Start on something productive right now. Vow to do that every morning. After a week, vow to extend your work sessions. Remember to stand up and walk around every half hour or so, but only for 5 minutes. Set a timer. If you live with someone, tell them your plan and ask them to keep you accountable. If you live alone, find someone to text every day about whether you are sticking with your plan and call them once a week to check in. If you relapse, don't sweat it. Don't give up. Just get back on track. And yes, by all means seek professional therapy, which is covered by health insurance. In fact, call your doctor and tell them your physical symptoms. Maybe you are suffering a physical ailment you don't know about, like sleep apnea. If you have financial woes, seek help from a reputable nonprofit credit counselor, preferably a member of the National Foundation for Credit Counseling if you are in the U.S. Also, think of something nice about yourself and make it a mantra. Praise yourself. Give yourself positive feedback. Ask friends and family to bless you with praise in order to raise your self-esteem. Carry yourself proudly. Keep your house and workspace clean. Keep your promises. And help others in your life. They have problems too. And now, I'm getting off Reddit. Thanks. Hey, I've been through that. Still going through it sometimes. Suicidal thoughts sure cross my mind. Not that I'd do it. Just like, I fought so much. I wouldn't mind dying now. I'm definitely not suicidal. I love my life now. Feeling disgusted about your past is a thing that can really drag you down because there's nothing you can change about that. Literally nothing. It already happened. The one thing that really helped me was in fact therapy. I'd recommend that to anyone who is struggling. If you can't afford that, there's 2 other things that can help a lot. Maybe you can find an online forum with people who feel like you. You can exchange thoughts, worries, experiences, feelings, and you won't feel as alone with this. There's tons of people going through what you're going through. So for me, being able to exchange with like-minded helped a great deal, also to get rid of that toxic behavior of regretting your past. You could start meditation. There are tons of videos in YouTube. You might want to look for something about letting go and being content in the here and now. I still go through phases where I can't control my feelings and am crying for hours too. It helps me to know that this is a temporary state. It will pass. I will feel better again, and that it's good to get things out of my system. Healing is painful. I cried most when I changed for the better. Almost didn't eat for a week because I just couldn't. But I knew no matter how painful it was, it will pass and I will emerge stronger, lighter and happier. This also needs a lot of practice, so it won't happen immediately. Another thing about therapists. You don't have to talk about anything you feel uncomfortable with. A good therapist adapts to your tempo. Talk about the weather, your hobbies, pets. Doesn't matter. I've been to therapy for 10 years now, on and off, and there's still things I've never told my therapists. I don't know if I ever will. I know going there is a big step and scary. I hope this helps to make it easier. If you want to know anything else, feel free to PM me. My high-paying job that I've had for 24 years got eliminated last week, along with 200 other people's jobs where I work. I am 60 years old and unlikely to find anything remotely similar. I'm watching Netflix. Yes, I've suffered with anxiety for years. Have been on meds. Over the Christmas break, I hit a wall that sounds eerily similar to this. If it wasn't drinking or laying in my bed scrolling TikTok, I didn't want anything to do with it. I'd cry at the drop of a hat and got irritated easily. Like I said, I'd always dealt with anxiety. But this depressive state was new to me. I went back to my doc and adjusted my meds, and it's been loads better ever since. I know it seems like a simple solution, And it may not be that simple for you. But I'd definitely reach out to your doctor and talk to them about it. ETA. Don't be ashamed of it either. It may seem like the world is still turning and burning through all of this. And it is. But there's no denying this is a crazy time that has everyone rattled. It's perfectly normal for any person to be feeling the impact of a pandemic and social unrest and whatever else the last year has thrown at us. Yeah, I feel similar. I felt more relatable of a person reading this, so thanks. I've been spending a lot of the last few days wishing I was in one of the worlds from my books or video games. They're not perfect, but they don't have a lot of the pressures that the real world has. Everything seems so daunting and horrible right now. I wish I had more advice for you. But just know that you're not alone. Every day when I wake up, it's been going on for so long that I'm starting to think that's a feature. I find myself in similar situations to yourself. I can go on streaks that last for months where all I think about is suicide and just being done and over with it. However, last spring I began taking a multivitamin that was high in vitamin D. And so long as I have been doing it, I have found that I have felt better all around. I still have my days. But they're just days now, not months. I'm not a doctor or nutritionist. And maybe I'm experiencing the placebo effect. All I know is that I feel better. And it could be worth a shot for anyone that's just looking for something. I don't want something triggering to you. But yes, I feel 100% the same. Except my reasons for not going to a therapist are different. I never fully understood depression until COVID-19 made us prisoners in our home. We are older and have health issues, so we are trying to stay alive until vaccinated. Depression sets in on me frequently. I haven't been able to visit or hug my grandkids for almost a year now. My hubby has therapist he talks on phone with every 2 weeks. Hang in there. It will get better. Do the things around or home that you can. Add a new hobby: art, music, feed and watch the birds. Anything new. Read a good book you always were curious about. Suicide is forever. Checking out is forever. That is not acceptable. Reach out when you are down. We are here. Join Twitter and voice your concerns. There are lots on there banding together 'cause they feel like you and I do. Finally, 18,207,255 is Suicide Hotline. Use it if needed. We care. I advise you to talk to someone close to you that you can trust. That has helped me a lot in the past. Some other things I have done that help is making a list of things that I can be thankful for. Getting a hobby that you enjoy doing. It can be hard finding something that helped me for the reason that I was actually achieve something by myself outside of my everyday job. Just never give up hope. I used to be really good at that. Until it blew up in my face. As it obviously would. If you got problems, handle them. I have considered suicide. I have also seen how wonderful life can be. Stick around, man. We all feel for you and wish you well. We are all worthy of healing and redefining who we are. I went to therapy. Started being real honest with myself. Taking medication. I am back in school for computer programming and feeling pretty good. Invest in yourself, my friend. I know what you are going through. All I can say is hold on. I promise you. Don't matter how bad it feels right now. It will be better one day. It's possible. It's still exhausting to live with that, but once you start getting help, it's get better and better. One day it's gone. Promise you it's worth to not give up. Sometimes all you have to do is holding on and wait. I've found out in my life doing that. That you can get rid of a lot of problems by just waiting. Just sit out the issue. They mostly solve themselves with time. Unfortunately, I am in the same position. You are right when you say it feels like being punched in the face. Try and focus on being present in the moment and experiencing the small things. Could be a simple walk around your neighborhood. Could be a piece of toast with peanut butter. You could even exercise or clean for a few minutes too. I do this when I feel unproductive. I wish you luck. I hope you have a good day today. Yep. Been there, and I would say escaping reality helps. Till you ready for a change. Metamorphosis. Then start little by little. Like set timer for 5 minutes to do a task. Then increase it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.